Good morning, happy Friday. It's Sinai Floyd here, business breakthrough coach and sales mentor, and I hope you've had an amazing week. So today I would like to talk about mindset a little bit more, as I talked about it yesterday. And this is because I had a client reaching out to me yesterday. This happens frequently. This client reached out to me in a complete state of meltdown. Literally, her whole nervous system had been triggered. She was in a state of self-doubt, questioning everything that she'd been doing and learning. She felt terrible. Her whole nervous system was triggered and she was completely overwhelmed. And as we had a conversation, the conversation concluded with her just saying, "My God, mindset is everything in this game." And yes, it absolutely is. They say, don't they, mindset is 95% of your success in any endeavor. Strategy is a mere 5%. When you are strong in here, you're able to do anything. You feel unstoppable, you can move mountains, you're able to, create whatever it is you want to create. So mindset is everything. But I want to talk to that meltdown if this is familiar for you. And I know it probably is. I think anyone who says it isn't would be lying, because it's actually part of the growth journey. So my client, as an example, had gone through several weeks of absolute excitement, elation. She was in joy. She'd got the clarity she was looking for in a messaging, a niche or ideal client. She was on point. She was so happy. She'd crafted her offer. For the last few weeks, she'd been having all these insights and breakthroughs. She was creating all this content, putting it out there, and she was doing video for the first time. Whereas previously she was terrified of doing video, but here she is showing up, having an amazing time. So she was on this upward trajectory for a number of weeks, until yesterday literally slammed on the brakes in her mindset, and the voices had started like, who do you think you are? You don't deserve this. You can't do this. Perhaps you need to change lanes. You're in the wrong lane. You need to do this, that, and the other. And it was just like a cacophony of noise internally, and obviously that was triggering her nervous system. She was in a state of fear and complete negativity. And that's when, thank God, she reached out and we had this conversation. Now, when this happens, because it does happen and it will happen, and it's completely natural and a normal part of the growth journey, because when you are doing something you've never done before, when you are showing up in ways you've never shown up before, when you are kind of growing and expanding, you're actually expanding beyond your current self-identity. It's like you're breaching the upper limits of your set points. You're stepping beyond the boundaries of what is perceived safety to your subconscious mind, to your inner child. So as you're doing stuff you've never done before, you're kind of stepping out and you're stepping into the unknown and the unfamiliar. So it's natural then, as your nervous system is being triggered, like, hang on a minute, this isn't safe. What's going on here? We don't like this. This is not for me. I always say plural, we. I don't like this. And so as that starts to trigger up these sort of dormant limiting beliefs, then it's like everything in the kitchen sink is going to be thrown at you in your mind. Your mind is going to create all these stories, all these narratives about why you should stop, come back to where it's safe, to where it's small, to where you are sane. And that is literally what is happening. And so when we know this, when we understand that, oh, I've been on this growth trajectory, I've just hit an upper limit, I've hit that boundary wall of what is safe and comfortable, I know that this is expected. And when we know that, we can kind of navigate that discomfort, because we're aware that this is not real. This is just that stuff that gets kicked up when I'm on a growth journey. And so simply by having self-awareness of what is going on, you can prevent yourself from identifying with the noise in your head and prevent yourself from getting kind of sucked into it and going down that rabbit hole. It's so important to understand this, that as compelling as those voices are, they're not true, they're not real. They are compelling because you know that if I go with them, I'll feel relief from this discomfort. But the discomfort is something, it's like growing pains. You have to go through that discomfort because on the other side, you kind of plop out on the other side, expanded, and a different version of you, the 2.0 version of you. You grow, you come out expanded. And then you can start your next upward trajectory journey. So as I said, self-awareness and understanding that this is part of the growth journey is a major part of being able to navigate it gracefully. It's also worth like throwing all that stuff that's going on in your head, all those noises and voices, throw it out onto paper, all that criticism, all that self-doubt stuff. Get it out on paper, because when you see it written out and it's not in your head, it's out on paper, it helps to objectify it. So you can actually look at that stuff and think, this isn't true. This is, I wouldn't say this to my worst enemy. So it's really being able to see it for what it is rather than identifying it with and getting sucked into down that rabbit hole. So mindset is everything. Staying in a resourceful state, understanding that you have got this, you can do this. The self-doubt talk is simply a part of the growth journey. It's natural. It's to be anticipated almost, and almost welcomed. It's a gift. This is evidence that I am growing. So I hope you found this helpful. Have an amazing rest of your day and weekend, and I will speak to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.